Thank you for joining this video presentation about Smart Recovery, Life Beyond Addiction. SMART stands for Self-Management and Recovery Training. Smart Recovery has helped millions of people overcome their addictions and lead happy, healthy lives for over 25 years. Our mutual support group meeting format can be easily onboarded and seamlessly integrated into any IP/IOP facility or program. We believe that having a combination of treatment options and multiple pathways of recovery is a great formula for recovery success for any individual. Why Smart Recovery? Well, we're a fresh approach to addiction recovery, and for your patients, we've been proven to help individuals move away from a life of addictive substances and negative behaviors to successful lifelong sobriety, health, and positive self-esteem. And for your facility, it's a way to broaden the mutual support options you offer to your clients in recovery and enhance the impact of the methodologies you currently use, including 12-step. Here's what we offer the recovery community. We hold mutual support meetings in person and online that really yield powerful results. Our online community has meetings, 24/7 chat, and message boards. These are practical tools and other helpful in-person and online resources, including really helpful how-to videos. We're a self-empowering way for participants to design and implement their own recovery plan and take ownership over it. And more importantly, we help people live a more balanced, purposeful, fulfilling, and meaningful life. Take a quick look at what an actual Smart Recovery meeting looks like.
If you're on this webpage, it means you're probably interested in checking out a Smart Recovery face-to-face meeting in your area, which is great because over the last 25 years, our meetings have helped people around the world address their addictive problems. But since you might be new to Smart Recovery, we thought it might be helpful for you to see a typical Smart Recovery meeting in action. First, a trained meeting facilitator welcomes you and the other participants and explains what Smart Recovery is all about.
So thank you, everybody. Let me interrupt because we're about to begin. This is Smart Recovery.
Especially our 4-point program, building and maintaining motivation, coping with urges, managing your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and living a balanced life. Next, everyone will do a 1-minute check-in. This is your opportunity to introduce yourself and maybe open up about what brought you to the meeting and what challenges you're dealing with. But hey, if it's your first meeting or any meeting and you're just not up for it, just pass.
I'll pass.
Thank you.
After the check-ins, the facilitator will choose an addiction and recovery topic for group discussion or run through a Smart Recovery exercise. And this is where the really great stuff happens. We encourage people to discuss and also crosstalk so other people in the meeting can ask questions, suggest ideas, and offer support to one another as needed. Because remember, nobody's in this alone. And the more you put into Smart Recovery meetings, the more you get out of them. After the group discussion, they'll pass the hat and then do a 1-minute checkout. Smart Recovery meetings are totally free, and they always will be. And that's it. You just attended your first Smart Recovery meeting. Chances are you met some really cool people, participated in an interesting discussion, and maybe even learned a few things that can help you on your own recovery journey.
Smart Recovery has some wonderful support publications to help anybody through their recovery journey. They're available at the Smart Recovery Bookshop or on Amazon and Kindle as ebooks. There's no obligation for your treatment facility to buy these publications, but we find that they're very helpful if you use them in these meetings. We offer discounts to participating treatment facilities like yours, and these are very popular books. We have the Smart Recovery Handbook and the Smart Recovery Family and Friends Handbook. Just a little bit of history on SMART. We were established in 1994. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We're very volunteer-driven, and we have very passionate volunteers and stakeholders around the world. We've grown very rapidly and now have 25 employees and various contractors. We offer 1,040 face-to-face meetings and 250 mutual support meetings online every month. And during COVID, we were especially busy, and we stepped up and converted 600 of our face-to-face meetings to online during COVID-19. We've also obtained global recognition from very important entities in the addiction and recovery space, including the NIH and NIDA. Smart Recovery meetings are also held at some very important medical facilities, including Johns Hopkins. We're also opinion leaders in the recovery universe, and we recently featured Dr. Nora Volkoff of NIDA as a featured speaker to our community. Smart Recovery has already added value to various institutions and organizations, including a growing number of IP and IOP rehab facilities, courts and governments, community centers, jails and corrections, schools and universities. What are SMART's key differentiators? Well, we're evidence-based, and we're created by addiction professionals who are experts in the recovery field. We're based on CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, and MI, motivational interviewing techniques. We're medically assisted treatment friendly, and we support the scientifically informed use of psychological treatments and legally prescribed psychiatric and addiction medications. We're also First Amendment compliant in the sense that courts have ruled that alternatives to 12-step recovery must be offered in drug and alcohol-related sentencing guidelines. We're also self-empowering, and this is a key differentiator because we help each person find his or her own power and best path to recovery. And that creates a sense of true ownership over their recovery and leads to greater success. What are SMART Recovery's stances on various aspects of recovery? In terms of the disease model, approximately 40% of our participants surveyed believe that their addictive behavior is a disease, and 40% don't believe it is. Regardless, both of these groups found SMART helpful in combating their addictive behavior. Many people ask us what our stance is on spirituality. Actually, the use of religious and spiritual beliefs and practices in recovery is a personal choice, and it's just not part of the SMART Recovery program. SMART is not in any foundational opposition to any spiritual traditions, and indeed, we feel that we complement them. Crosstalk is a critical meeting component in any SMART Recovery meeting. Our facilitators are trained in motivational interviewing. We use open-ended questions like, what happens when you behave that way? What was that like for you? We also provide affirmations that help people, like, we are impressed by how you handle that urge. Your abstinence is really paying off. We use reflective listening, like saying, I get the sense you feel there are things standing in the way of change you want or need to make. And we ask open-ended questions again, like, what steps might you take to start initiating the change you want to make? The important thing is to tell people you are the key component in finding the answers that you seek. Many people in the treatment community are familiar with CBT and REBT, but if you're not, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and rational motor behavioral therapy, REBT, are based on one simple principle. What we believe and how we think leads to how we feel and how we respond to life's situations. And this is important because a response is sometimes negative. We try to teach people how to reevaluate their thoughts, lead to better beliefs, and then to better actions which are more healthful long-term. SMART Recovery is based on our 4-point program. Number 1 is building and maintaining motivation. Number 2 is coping with urges. Number 3 is managing thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. And 4 is living a balanced life. Point 1, building and maintaining motivation, has a lot of great SMART Recovery tools that help people do that. The Stages of Change model is very useful. We have change plan worksheets. We also do the very popular cost-benefit analysis, where we look at the short-term benefits versus the long-term consequences of using. We also have the hierarchy of values, or the HOV tool, where people look at what's most important to them. Once they do, they realize that their addictive substance or behavior choice is not on that list. Number 2, coping with urges, is very important, and we have some wonderful tools that help people do that. We learn to understand rational and irrational thinking, responses, triggers, and urge coping strategies. In the handbook, people can use urge logs. We also really stress the need to dispute irrational beliefs. And we also have methodologies to help people deal with urges in the moment. Delay it, deny it, escape it, attack and avoid it, accept it, distract yourself, and substitute a better behavior. Point 3, managing thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. We have several relevant SMART Recovery tools, including unconditional self-acceptance, realizing that certain words like, I must do this, I must feel like this, are not necessarily useful and can be exchanged for better words. Looking at helpful and unhelpful beliefs and responses and how you think, feel, and act. And looking at relapse danger signals, how to prevent relapses, using urge and trigger logs. And point 4, living a balanced lifestyle. Whatever that ends up being for each individual is different. What is a balanced life, and why is it important? The importance of adding meaning to life, and not just stuff. Again, it signals back to the hierarchy of values. What is important for individuals long term, and how do they obtain those things? Remember, these are tools for life and not just recovery. SMART also features specialized SMART Recovery mutual support programs, which can also be used inside IP and IOP facilities. Family and Friends, for instance, combines SMART with the Community Reinforcement Family Training CRAFT program. It helps make sobriety more attractive to their loved ones than their addiction, and it focuses on the issues of the significant other. even if their addicted loved one is not interested or ready to pursue recovery. Our Teens and Young Adult program meets people where they are. It features tools for all stages of recovery from any addictive substance or behavior. It's topic-based, which encourages open discussion with their peers. It's run by qualified smart recovery facilitators, many of whom have a lived experience in addiction and also have successfully recovered, which creates role models for young adults and teens to follow. And it helps them set attainable short and long-term goals and find healthy interests long-term. SMART also features its popular Inside Out program. These are meetings that are held in hundreds of correctional facilities worldwide. It was underwritten by a $1 million grant from the National Institute on Drug Abuse. And studies have shown that it results in a 42% reduction in reconviction for violent crimes. We also feature the Smart Recovery Successful Life Skills program. It's an enhanced meeting format which is used for discussions and recovery support and treatment environment. It's a multi-week format to help people in recovery acquire actual proven life skills and realize that they have the power to change their negative behaviors. Minimal training is required and is proven to enhance social reentry and reduce reconviction in judicial correctional environment. What is SMART's value proposition? We think that we are stronger together. SMART and 12-step solutions, which you may be offering in your facility now, when offered alongside each other, create a whole that is greater than the sum of its parts. Now, we have experience in a growing number of facilities around the country, which indicates that supplementing or augmenting your IP or IOP mutual support offering is a really powerful way to increase an individual's odds of recovery success. We've found that a large percentage of Smart Recovery meeting attendees also attend weekly AA/NA meetings and derive complementary outcomes from each format. And finally, Smart Recovery meetings are easy to integrate into your facility and are totally scalable. As they become more popular, you can just add more facilitators and more meetings. We feel that recovery augmentation, a holistic view to success, is something that we both share. And that's why SMART also works in combination with many other recovery programs and methods. Refuge recovery, Celebrate recovery, Dharma recovery, meditation and mindfulness. And remember, approximately 40% of all SMART participants practice another form of recovery tactics in conjunction with the SMART program. Once you integrate Smart Recovery into your IP or IOP facility, you have the benefit of all of Smart Recovery's excellent resources. These include toolboxes, blogs, podcasts, videos, and other rich media. We also have a Smart Recovery bookshop that features Smart Recovery publications, DVDs, and are available for purchase at nominal costs. We also offer meeting verifications for anybody who needs those for court or probation programs. We also feature the Smart Recovery app, which is available at the Apple or Google Play stores. Our YouTube channel is full of helpful videos of how-tos, testimonials, facilitator spotlights, conference presentations, and Smart Talks. It's a wonderful resource for people who just need bite-sized videos to help them, inspire them, or educate them about their recovery. So to start a Smart Recovery meeting in your facility, we feature training, and we have on-site training or online training. It's highly interactive, includes multiple role plays and practical meeting scenarios. We have live demonstrations, helpful discussions. It's very low cost. We have questions and answers. And for those of you who take the professional training course, we grant 11 CEUs. What's great about this is it provides the ability to facilitate a SMART meeting and or use the SMART tools and techniques with your clients immediately following the training. So you're up and running very quickly. Our staff provides wonderful, ongoing support for any questions you may have about the program or how to successfully implement it in your treatment facility. For more information, please visit our website at smartrecovery.org. Thank you very much for your time.